press record. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go, man. But go ahead. Go ahead. Just act as if we're not even recording. Yep.
Yeah, but no, what I'm doing just basically the
Yeah.
surplus,
Yeah. Yeah. The
the
surplus.
calorie,
Yeah.
yeah, the calorie surplus.
Yeah, man.
Ever since I stopped, I mean the cutting phase, I've
Yeah.
been increasing my calories and stuff like that, but I've been
Oh.
keeping it the same way though. Like everything I
Mm.
did to drop the weight, I
Yeah.
just been
Hmm.
eating more of it.
Yeah.
Therefore, I don't want to put on too much body fat
Yeah.
real quick and put on everything I just lost. You know what I mean? It's like,
Hmm.
but yeah, just
Nice,
eating
man.
more of it. It's
Wow.
crazy because I'm eating like 4,000 calories right now.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
yeah,
Wow.
like I haven't even looked at. I stopped counting my carbohydrates because
Okay.
it's nothing important to me right now.
Mm.
Not even tracking my fat content.
Oh, wow.
I'm just tracking my calories and my protein,
And
making sure
protein.
I hit those marks.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Mm.
I logged
Yeah.
everything. So I actually took a glance just to see how
Yeah.
much carbohydrates I was putting. I'm like putting in well over 500 a day,
Oh, my.
like not even realizing it either. Like it's like
Wow.
it's crazy. It's like
Where,
people
where,
think I'm like crazy.
where are the carbs coming from?
Basically, just rice, a lot of rice, a lot of oats, good carbohydrates. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Good,
all
man.
good carbohydrates. It's no simple like from sugars and all the bullshit pastries and stuff
Man.
like that. And then it's what's another thing was so crazy too because I'm about to get ready to hit a year. When I first started that cut was back in April, and
Nice.
I have not touched fast food. I have not,
Wow.
you know what I mean. I have not drank sodas.
Let's go, man.
I was like, man, I can't believe it. It's about to be a year where I haven't did none of
Wow.
that. You know what I mean?
Do you miss
That
it? Do you miss any of it?
To be honest with you,
Mm,
it doesn't cross my mind
mm,
about it because, like, I know what my body is.
mm,
I know what my body will do if I
mm,
do eat it because, like, I like ever since I've been on the bulk,
mm.
I have been expanding my foods where, like,
Nice.
yeah, I'll eat barbecue, like ribs. I
Hmm.
have brisket,
Yeah.
foods I don't normally eat,
Yeah.
intake like a high quality of fat and stuff like that.
Mm,
And I really
yeah.
don't put that in my body. But when I do it, those days, man, it's just a
Mm,
struggle. Like my body, I feel sluggish.
yeah.
I
Hmm.
feel slower. Uh, I just don't have energy the way
Yeah.
I normally have, and that's one main thing. But the second key point, and it's just
Hmm.
like I was telling my buddy this the other day. It's the guilt,
Yep.
the guilt from eating stuff like that. It's like I don't like that feeling, man.
Yeah.
It's like it's up here.
It's up
It's
there. Yeah.
mentally.
Yeah.
It's that mental
Yeah.
part what kicks in,
Hmm.
man. It's like, bro, why are you eating this?
Why are you eating it? Yeah.
Why are you
Yeah.
eating this? Why are you even doing this? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like I talk about. It's like if you tell a lie, like to when we were kids, or like
Mm.
even when you tell a lie to somebody, and then you that guilt what comes along with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
Hmm.
you can relate back to like back in the high school days, like, all right, man, I cheated on my girl. I can't believe
Yep.
I did it. That
Yep.
guilt, and then when
Yeah.
you see her
When you
face to
see it,
face,
yeah. 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 Yeah.
it's that type of
That
feeling,
type of feeling.
and I
Mm,
don't like that feeling, man. So I
mm,
just I steer clear from it. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
That type of guilt, man, it could tear you up on the inside.
And I love that you even negated back to mental health, even in regards to food, even in regards to the physical. Again, I know we hopped on this call for that, for the topic of mental health, but you speak about it even when you're talking about the physical, because in
Hmm.
some sense, what you take in, what you eat, what you do, working out, all these different things impact that. And, man, I've been knowing you for a minute now. And, just seeing what you're doing, seeing the consistency, oftentimes it's a matter of, man, this guy must have everything in order. Or this guy, man, that's probably how people are looking at you and thinking. They're like, man, Art must be killing it, man.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about it is I kind of do, but then again,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like I didn't plan it. I'll be
Mm-hmm.
dead honest with you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I did not plan this.
Yeah.
I just knew what it take and what it's going to take for
Mm-hmm.
me to get to where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I just made that a priority. I
Mm-hmm.
made it straight up. Like I just made
Mm-hmm.
sure I hit my marks and I hit my marks. And then next thing you know, bro, it's like it's routine.
Yeah. It's
It's
routine.
like it's not
Mm-hmm.
hard, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not like I don't struggle on anything. Like
Mm-hmm.
I
Wow.
was telling my buddy, he's like, "Man, you don't get tired of doing this stuff?" I'm like, "No, to be honest with you, I
Yeah.
kind of enjoy it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I
Yeah.
really do."
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's like I just know what my body needs and I just do it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, you don't think about having the cheat meals and all that. I said that don't even come across my mind. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? I said it
Exactly.
don't. It's like I'm basically like a machine. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I get
Mm-hmm.
up, I make sure I hit my 3 drinks. I got
Mm-hmm.
my post workout meals are ready to go.
Mm.
Oh, that's another thing. And people talking about you must meal prep a lot. I was like, man, dude, I do not meal prep. I remember
Yeah.
seeing it on the post. It was a post you
I
made
made a
or something
post
like
with
that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
then I was gonna chime in on that too
Yeah.
because
Chime
some
in
of the
on that.
other
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot I got sidetracked because I was writing some stuff and then
Yeah.
I took a 5 minute break and I noticed it and I was like, man, I
All
know
of them.
if I get deep in this, I'm gonna
Yeah.
lose track of what I'm writing. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, don't meal prep because I'm a type of guy. I do not like warmed up food. I do not like microwave food. I
Yeah.
just never did it. I
Yeah.
tried I tried meal prepping right when I started the cut, and it
Yeah.
did not work. I
Yeah.
just it's set in my refrigerator. I ain't even much gonna lie to you. Yeah, I was like, oh, time to throw that shit out. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna eat it. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
I don't do it. So.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's good. It's good that you have, personally understood what works for you. You've personally
Hmm.
understood what enjoyments you have, how you enjoy the process.
Right, exactly, and that's what I try to explain to people.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people, ever
Yeah.
since like the bulking phase has been coming on, a lot of people been asking me, you know what I mean? Hey, bro, what are you doing? Hey, what's going on? And then what's really crazy is like I've been getting hit with like, hey, bro, what gear you taking? What type of TRT you taking? And it's like,
Yeah.
man, I was like, I
Yeah.
kind of got offended, you know what I
Offended.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but then
Yeah.
again, after I was like, man, I don't fuck with none of that shit, man. It's like
Yeah.
I'm straight up, man. And I
Yeah.
kind of like I said it with a little bit of attitude, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But a little bit later on, I started thinking, I was like, man, that was actually a compliment. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Exactly.
was like, man, that
Yeah.
was actually a compliment. I don't think I
Yeah.
should have reacted the way I did,
Mm. Yeah.
but it's like I tell people, it's just consistency,
Consistency.
and it's
Mm-hmm.
like just being consistent with the
Mm-hmm.
gym,
Mm.
nutrition, and stuff
Mm.
like that. That's how you get to where you want to be.
Bro.
And it's like you can't have that mindset of I will try or I can't do that. It's like that should not be in your vocabulary if you
Mm-hmm.
have goals. If you
Exactly.
got goals, that cannot be in your
That
vocabulary.
cannot be in your
You just got
vocabulary.
to get it out. Yeah, you got to get it out.
No plan B. No plan B.
Yeah, it's like,
No plan B.
but yeah.
Yeah. I love that, bro. I love that, man. And again, I love the mindset that you keep stressing. It's the mindset behind it, bro. And again, that's why I wanted you to hop on. That's why I wanted you to even showcase your perspective behind mental health, because I feel like you're very disciplined. You're a very disciplined
Hmm.
guy. You're someone who I believe, and I admire in many instances, bro. Knowing a bit about your story and what you've been through and how you've combated that in such a way, seeing where you are even physically, just
Hmm.
what was it, like a few months ago? You've had this transition, what, maybe almost a year or a few years now?
From in my I started my cut back in April,
Like,
and
yeah.
that's when I wanted to shred off all that 51 pounds of fat I gained.
Yep.
That was back in April, and then I went on my calorie surplus 6 months later, and that
Mm.
was in October. And ever since October, I've been on the bulk.
Oh, bro, amazing, man. So, eh, just that span of time and how you've transformed, bro, is, I mean, to many people, they would think it's a lifetime,
Hmm.
but you've mastered that discipline, and I truly admire that, bro. Let me ask you this, just hands down, when you think of this phrase, mental health, what do you think about? What comes to your mind in regards to that?
A lot really is what I've been going through, man.
Mm,
Like this road is not easy. Um, it could break you down. It could
bro,
really tear you down. Like I've had a couple of breakdowns.
bro.
Um, it where it got deep. Like even let's just say, I'll talk about my fitness first.
Mm,
On the transition of this bulk phase, when I got
mm,
up to like 3,500 calories, it was
yeah,
just like I'm tired of eating.
yeah,
I'm just sick
yeah.
of it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And then I get home, I sit at the dinner table, and then I got to put down these 1,500 calories. And I'm like, man, this ain't for me no more, man.
Mm,
Like,
mm,
I really, really wanted to give up on it. It's like,
wow,
I'm tired. I'm
wow.
tired of this. You know what I mean? It's like,
Mm,
not like force feeding myself,
mm,
but because I can eat it no problem, but it's just, it started to get up here in my head.
yeah.
Like, man, like the devil, or the how you say, the devil's
Mm-hmm.
been whispering in my ear,
Mm-hmm.
stop doing it. You can't do it. You're not gonna
Mm-hmm.
get where you want to get. And
Yeah.
then it breaks me down. And
Yeah.
then
Mm-hmm.
I had to just start looking from where I came from. And I'm like, bro,
Mm,
hold on. You got goals to smash.
mm,
We said we're getting to 160. We're gonna get to 160.
mm.
Hop back in there, eat half, come back. Let's go, do a little walk around, go walk around
Yeah.
the block, come back, finish the rest of the half, and then boom, just get it over with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had to
Mm-hmm.
talk myself, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Talk myself out of
Tell yourself.
talking myself, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
a lot of the main enemy is
Mm.
basically our own
Our
thoughts.
own thoughts.
It's our own thoughts what kills us. You know what I mean? And it breaks you down. It's either going to break you down or you're going to succeed past one or the
Yep.
other.
Yep.
And failing is not an option for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Mm,
I'll figure out another way. And then it's
mm,
just like I was telling actually a buddy of mine who was trying to lose weight. I said, man, bro, you got to find what works for you. If not, just try to incorporate something different in your day during your day, except for it could get to the end goal.
yep.
And then, like for me, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what I'm gonna start doing? I was like, man, I give such great advice. I
Mm-hmm.
need to start taking my own damn advice. I
Mm,
said, you know what?
mm,
I said, I'm gonna start beefing up these other shakes and then add 250 more calories to this one,
mm,
150 here. Next thing you know, I don't have to
mm,
eat the whole 1,400. Like 500 calories already
mm.
accounted for, and I'm just eating 1,000. So that's how I managed to overcome that barrier.
Nice, man. Nice.
Yeah,
Mm.
there's always going to be barriers, and
Yeah.
there's always going to be problems. It's just how you handle it and how you break it down, assess it, and take over. You know what I'm
I had a poet. There's a poet that that said a quote like, "What matters most is how well you walk through the fire." I
saying?
love, I love, it,
Yeah,
man. I love it. I'll send that to you. I'll send that to you. But yeah,
yeah,
that's what matters most.
yeah. Then like it literally broke me down. But then, like I said, I had a talk. You know what I mean? Just
Hmm.
basically, you know what I mean? Call me crazy, but talk to myself to figure out how I can
Yeah.
overcome this stuff.
Yeah.
And then
Hmm.
yeah, I just got to find a solution. You know what I mean? If there's
Hmm.
like I said, if there's a problem, there's always an answer.
There's always an
Just
answer, bro.
you just got to dig down deep and find it.
You gotta dig down deep. You gotta dig that and know yourself. Be comfortable with understanding who you are, being comfortable. That's why a lot of times I stress being alone. Like I'm not saying isolate yourself forever, but I do stress getting time alone because I feel like when you
Mhm.
get time alone, it allows you to sit down and process what's going on in here. It's like, in your mind, which also is, ultimately what's in your heart. And it's just like this processing you can do that allows you to filter through your own self-doubt, your own self-fear. And then, you know what I'm saying? And be able to kind of sift through what it is that you are actually the fears you're actually using to limit what it is that you're doing, or the fears you're actually allowing to overcome your movement, or the excuses you're
Mhm.
making. Being alone sometimes helps with that processing.
Yeah, that kind of does, man. And
Hmm.
then like worshiping, like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
put on some worship music.
Worship music. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sit there and meditate on that for about a good hot
Hmm.
10 minutes, and
Bro.
it can change your mindset.
Bro.
Change your mindset real good. You know what I mean? That's another
Man.
thing, like the walk of faith. You know what I
Mm.
mean? It just reminds you. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
keep going, keep
Keep
pushing.
going, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that one verse, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes opening up that
Mhm.
word and just that one verse, man, that you need to hear from Psalms or from, anywhere that can be the difference between life or death
Mhm.
in many instances, bro. You know,
Yeah.
I love it. I love what you're bringing to the table. I love the faith aspect that you bring into the conversation. Whenever you have a conversation, you bring that in.
Yeah.
And
Big on it.
I could tell. I could tell. Yeah, and I
Well,
love that.
it helps with the struggle.
Yep.
It helps with my addiction I overcame. You
Yep.
know,
Yep. Yep.
it helps tremendously. It's like
Mm.
there's the times when where you feel like giving up. It's like
Yep.
that's where you need it the
That's
most.
what you needed
You
the
know what I
most,
mean? That's
bro.
where you need it the most. It's like I remember when I was going. Actually, this was like 2 months ago. I was
Yeah.
going through some hard time mentally
Yep.
because me and my old lady we've been together for over 15 years
Ooh.
and we were getting ready to separate. Like
Wow.
she was
Mm.
like going on a road where I didn't want no part of, and
Mm.
I came from that dark side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like I had to choose. You know what I mean? It's
Mm.
like I had to break down and just tell her straight up. It's like I'm sorry, but my sobriety means more to me than having you in my life. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, hey, you're getting ready to let go of something you part of your life for 15 years. How do you move on?
Mm.
And it's
Mm.
like I had
Mm.
to sit there and think it, and that's when some signs come from everywhere, bro.
Mm.
Signs come from everywhere, and that's when I came across that. I came across
Mm.
that. Focus on what you're building and not what you're leaving behind. And when I read that, I was like, boom, my mind was already made up. And then I was like,
Wow.
this is what it's gonna be. If you don't like it, okay, we're gonna have to go our separate ways.
Wow.
And then it got deep. And then
Mm.
and then of course things got better, you know what I mean?
Awesome. Mm.
Things got a whole lot better, and then things took another turn for the
Yeah.
worse. But that's life though, man.
That's life, man. Yeah.
That's life. She ended up getting locked up for quite a bit. Her past just basically caught up with her,
Man.
and then that took a toll on me. And it was just like, all right, now how do I move forward? But it's like, okay, she's no longer in the picture, bro. It's like you got to step up. My two kids, you know what I mean. I gotta
Yeah.
get off work. I gotta make sure they're straight. I gotta
Yeah.
have the dinner straight.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's 9:30 o'clock, and it's like I go to bed like around
Yeah.
10 or 11. My schedule
Mm.
set. I just didn't have time for myself anymore. And
Mm.
then it's like, all right, I gotta start pushing things to the side because I gotta focus on my home. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And then I was like, it got to the point where, dang, I don't feel like cooking. You know what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I went and I got my kids some, McDonald's and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you know where that road's gonna lead you.
Absolutely.
You're gonna feel bad. Don't do
Mm.
it. Just go home and cook your nutrition. Stick to the
Mm.
nutrition. Stick to the
Mm.
plan. Yeah, then even in the gym, it took a toll on me in the gym. Like I wasn't in there. I
Yeah.
wasn't here. I
Wasn't
wasn't
there.
here.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Like my head wasn't in the game.
Yeah.
Like the engine was running, but there was nobody
There
behind
was
the
somebody
wheel.
behind the wheel. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then the intensity wasn't there. My thoughts wasn't there. My
Yeah.
focus wasn't there. And then
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, you know what? I'm not gonna go because I'm gonna mess around and pick up these 70-pound dumbbells, and it's gonna come crashing
Mm-hmm.
down on me because I'm not
Mm-hmm.
focused.
Yeah.
So I put a halt to that for like 3 4 days,
Man.
and then I still got some cardio in because
Good.
walking helps
It
clear the
helps.
mind. Also,
Yeah. It
you know
helps.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it helped
Mm-hmm.
clear the mind, and then got me back to where I needed to be. And then
Nice.
I got to where I was focused enough, and then I had this set, I had this set, I had the bills in line, and then I was like, all right, man, I'm waking up in the morning in a better mood, and it's like, oh, you know what? It's time to get back to the grind. Yeah, start hitting the gym like with the intensity again, and then next
Mm.
thing you know, everything just started falling back into place.
Yeah. Nice,
So
bro.
it's like I had to tell myself. It's like I posted that. Well, I think I messaged you that, or I messaged another good buddy of mine that
Mm.
another thing. What helps me is that don't like how they say don't cry over spilled milk. It's like, hey, you cannot change that shit. Do not let that shit bring you down. You got to
Yeah.
figure out a way to move forward,
Yep.
push,
Yep.
keep on pushing.
Keep on pushing.
You can't change it. So why are you gonna dwell on it? You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So you got to
Mm-hmm.
get back to work. It is what it
Mm,
is.
mm,
And then
mm,
that's what helped the grind.
mm. All this stuff you just mentioned, bro, and I hope you don't mind me asking. This has all been recent.
Yeah, yeah, dude. This is like in the past 2 months. This is like back to back. And still keeping
Man.
up. Like I just wanted to say, screw the bulk, man. I'm tired of it. I'm
Yeah.
not doing it no more.
Yeah.
I wanted I wanted to just give up on it, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it is where I looked at it like I actually train two people personally. Like I go to the gym with them and train them,
Let's
and then
go.
yeah,
Nice.
then I actually train them, and then it's like what the thought of that came to my head. It's like, what am I going to tell this person who's
Bro.
relying on me to
Bro.
help them get where they need to be? What am I supposed to tell them, that I'm giving up? You know what I mean? And it's like,
Mm.
no, no, it's not that. And that just boom hit
That
the
boom.
lit the fire in me. It's like, you know what? Nutrition back on track. You know what I mean?
Bro.
The gym back on track. You know, so it's
Mm.
like I had two people looking up to me. It's like
Mm.
I'm their coach. You know what I mean? And what they're gonna see,
Mm.
their coach looking with the head. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Dragging ass. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Nobody wants to work
Mm-hmm.
with nobody like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that lit the fire to get back to where I was at.
Bro, that's exactly how I feel with my groups. You know, all the groups I have, the fitness group, that thing is taking up, bro. They're engaging. I don't know if you see it, but the engagement is crazy. It used to just be you in there engaging. Now
Yeah.
everybody's in there. They're hungry. You know, the mental health group, the public group over there, bro. They're just pouring out. Like it amazes me. And so they, like you said, days when I'm just feeling like crap, or I'm like, man, I don't really got it today, or I beat myself up. A lot of times I notice I fear success. I
Mm-hmm.
actually don't fear
Then,
failing. I fear succeeding. I fear actually building groups or actually building this thing I'm building. Like I fear it getting to that point. I
mm-hmm.
fear it getting to the point I wanted to get to. And when I notice that, I try my hardest to fight against it. I'm like, all right, that's when I gotta go even harder.
Right.
I'm there even now. I'm there right now as we speak. But it's just this fear, this imposter syndrome, all these different things that can kind of seek into your mind and just have you thinking that there's no way, there's no way, there's no
Yeah.
way. You know, how did you make it this far in sobriety, or how did you make it? You know, all these different thoughts of, like you said, and it's ourselves, it's our flesh, it's Satan in many ways. Like we have all these different things that's battling us in regards to these things, and so it it truly benefits to sit and ponder and realize what these things are. Going back to what you
Right.
said, understanding that it's you fighting against you at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day. Yeah. You
Yeah.
fighting
Because
against you.
yeah, no, that is totally 100%.
Man.
Because like even before, like when all this stuff started happening,
Mm,
I feared, you know what, I didn't write my pin post.
mm,
One reason why is because I feared of what other people are gonna say or think, or how, like, you know what I mean. It's hard to explain, so
mm,
I never did it.
mm,
I had it written.
mm.
I've been having it written down for like the past 2 months,
Yeah.
but I was afraid to post it.
Yep.
I was just afraid to post it what other
Mm-hmm.
people thought, and then even the fear, that fear is actually messing with me every day until
Mm-hmm.
yesterday when I just said, you know what, fuck fear, let's
Mm-hmm.
get it. I actually posted it, and
Let's
then
go.
it blew up.
Let's
I couldn't
go.
believe it. Yeah, you know what I mean. It blew up,
Yeah.
and then it's like, you know what, it's time to take it up another notch. It's time
Mm-hmm.
to come out with my online stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to get it, because the thoughts in the back of my head, it's like, you're not going to succeed in online coaching. You know what I mean? I don't think you're ready for this. This is a different world. You're not ready. You know what I mean? And then I got a text from my boy. He said, "Hey, we're in the 250s. You know, he was at 279. And then he sent me that text. He's like, because I told him, don't worry about the scale. That's like
Mm.
the progress is going to come. Don't
Yeah.
worry about the scale.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we haven't did a weigh in about like 3 weeks. And then,
Wow.
yeah, he sent me the picture. He said, yeah, we're in the 250s. And
Let's
that's just like,
go.
boom. I was
Let's
like, man,
go.
it's like, you're not going to succeed at what? You're not
Mm-hmm.
going to succeed at what?
Mm-hmm.
Man, get
Mm-hmm.
back on there and post that
Mm-hmm.
content. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, just take off with it.
Yeah.
You know, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so that's what I've been engaging in real hard now.
Bro. All right,
But
man.
that fear is
That
real though.
fear, it's real. It's real, man. And if you don't deal with it, it'll deal with you.
Yo, man, that's
You
exactly. Yeah, you won't get to where you want to be. You
won't.
know what I mean?
You
You
won't,
won't
man.
get to where to be. You'll stop doing shit. You'll stop making reels. You'll stop.
Bro.
You'll stop making workout videos. You know
Bro.
what I mean?
Bro.
Yeah, yeah, that's just true.
A good motivation for me too, a good reminder is that, and I posted this actually the other day, you're gonna die. Let death also be a motivator.
Hmm.
Realize that this could be your last. Like no one knows. I was just actually looking at Kobe Bryant. I was just like looking at a video of like some type of video of his autopsy and like things like that. I don't know how I got to that video, but it was like autopsy on the crash and all this stuff. I was just like, dang, man. And I was looking at another video prior to with him sitting and like actually talking with guys about basketball. I was just like, wow. Like this man is actually one day he's sitting here talking or something. The next day this man dies in a plane crash. You could literally be gone tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like no day's promise. So then, therefore, because we know that, we can use that to our advantage and allow that to motivate us and push us to go our hardest for today, to love
Hmm.
our kids the hardest we can, to teach them about the faith the hardest we can, to love others as hard as we can, to support them, to serve them, to do things like this, to take time out your day and to just talk to somebody, man. Somebody may just need you. Somebody just may need a, hey, thank you, how you doing, I'm just checking in, I hope you're okay. you know I sometimes use death to motivate me to do those things. I'm
Hmm.
like, okay, I mean, I don't know, tomorrow's not promised. There's two people I literally just had news of in regards to them having cancer, out of nowhere. They didn't even know it, but literally two people in like less than a day I've now found out has cancer, and I'm like, wow. you know I can just imagine what's running through their head, just probably all the things that they didn't do or all the things that they want to do, you
Wanted to
know
do.
yeah, or wanted to. So it's like, while we have this time, while we have this body, let's use it to the best of our ability to serve others, man, and to ultimately love, love
Yeah.
others.
Yeah. Like even with what cheered me out too is like when I put my pin post up there, and of course I spoke about my alcohol addiction and
Yeah,
stuff like
nice,
that.
nice, nice.
And then two people, even one person sent me a DM about it, and then the other one actually mentioned something. It was a female. She was like, "Man, Art, I really needed to see these words. It's
Mm,
encouraging, and it's like it's still hard for people like us out here who still suffer from this." And then like I was like, wow, I
mm.
reached somebody with
Yeah,
just
bro.
the post. It's like
Ah,
it hit home to them. You know what I mean? She was like, I literally wanted to see this. Your words are encouraging. And I'm like, man, that kind of hit me. It kind of hit me in the heart. And I'm like, wow, I did not
yeah,
know this person was going through something like this.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's a friend, I mean, a friend of mine's too. Like I've
Wow,
known her for like, probably like every bit of 15 years, but
wow,
I
wow.
didn't know that she's battling with addiction. You know what I mean? Like I just been the past 3 months I've been more open to speak about it because like
Bro,
my pastor even told me because we were talking, and he's like, man, your testimony needs to be heard.
it
You need
needs to
to
be
speak
heard.
on it.
And
You
yeah,
need to speak on that
yeah,
more often. You know what I
yeah.
mean? There's people out there who
There's
wants
people
to
out
hear
there.
it. And then yeah, and look at that. You know what I mean? I reached somebody. Yeah.
Mm, bro. It again, bro. Talking to you it just ignites me. It just ignites a fire in me, bro. And I just love it, man. Let me ask you this: how important is mental health to you? When it comes to mental health, I know that's the subject, the topic that we're on, but when dialing it back to just mental health in general, I ask you, what does that mean to you? But how important is it to you? Like, is it more important than the physical, physical fitness? Just how important is it to you overall?
I'll have to be number one, because if you're not mentally there, you're not mentally nowheres. Out in the world, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How can you
Mm-hmm.
be 100 if you're not physically mentally there? You know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it takes a toll, and I know how big of a toll it could take with me personally. I
Mm.
even at my regular 9 to 5, it's like if I'm not mentally there, I could possibly be dead because I deal with
Bro.
electricity.
Bro.
I deal with
Yeah.
electricity every day, and
Yeah.
then one wrong move, boom, I'm gone. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. 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 That's true.
the mental part, I have to be there.
Yeah.
You know, one hundred
Mm-hmm.
percent. And then when it transitioned over to my fitness, it's like
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not mentally there, I shouldn't be inside the gym. I better work on myself before I go back into
Mm.
there. And you know, you got to get the mental part down right. So for me, it's 100%. I have to be there mentally.